Alright, there we go. Start that. Necessarily need that window open, I don't think. And now go to here. 1 second, go on ahead and pop up. No. Alright, here we go. New channel. Alright. So here we go. Welcome back. This is the third and final DLC. I've still got my setup. This area is quite a bit stronger than the rest, so I'm going to have to skip whatever I possibly can. Let's see here. Should I have my armor on here just in case? Sure, why not? Whoa. That's not at all what I wanted. Oh well. Wait. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was suspicious as fuck. Because I didn't even see that person spawn in. Like, I didn't see the message. But it's also true, I was in the game. I was, messing with the stream and the phone and stuff. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just snuck in while I was busy, getting everything going. Right? Boy. Oh well. Hopefully they don't bug me too much, right? If I really wanted to, I probably could have just sat here and just, like, bow cheesed. But, Alright, let's see here. Hopefully I remember where to go. Theoretically, yes, right? I think it's this way. Ow. Oh well. So the armor seems to be doing its job relatively well. Oh, that's a thing, right? I want to say there's something right there. There's not. Whoops. All right, we're good. I can pretty much guarantee I'm in the wind. Ow. Ow. That's funny because I'm so tanky. These things like don't even phase me really, right? Okay, when they team up on me like that, that definitely hurts. It definitely, right? But outside of that, drop down here. There should be, yes, a bonfire. Bonfire, right? All right. So here we enter another gank squad. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we keep going this way. Nice. Doesn't open. Ouchies. Okay, okay, okay. Easy. This guy. That was a global. I messed the joke up. The joke hit a little too late. Okay, so I know which way to go from here. I don't go that way. I go this way. Right. This way. There are like invisible enemies here. We go this way now. Right. Here I think we go left. I think we go down here around. Okay, that's not good. If this is not the correct way, I just ungoofed. But okay, no, this is correct. Yeah, so that's how you get to the key of Ilium Lois. Just I didn't expect it to be that quick or that easy. But also now I've got to beat the boss. Does not open from that side. And so in order for me to continue at all, I think I need to go to and beat the tiger. You gonna swing, bro? There. Ooh, yeah, no, this warp sword right here has got the crazy damage output. One hit heal. Yeah, you're not getting up from the second one. I can pretty much guarantee. Go ahead, shoot me. Yep, you're done. L. I'll pick up item. Yeah, I'm gonna go on ahead and just do that. Light this bonfire just in case. Actually, I'm gonna just like run on through. Ordinarily, I'd be up for some PvP, but I want to get this done. I'm kind of, yeah, okay. I believe there's a pretty cool looking weapon. It's not necessarily like a great one, I don't think, but uh, somewhere around this area, I think there's a sword in a chest. I think it's that right there. But I actually believe it's a pretty good weapon. And when we go here, I believe an NPC spawns. Yeah, right here. I think this is back to the beginning again. Yes. And so now I just have to fight and beat the king's pet. I shouldn't need that for. I was watching. All right, what you got? Guy's way too quick to roll. It's gonna take me a bit to get used to this guy's moveset again. Okay, I thought he was summoning the orbs. Swallow, swallow. All right. There we go. So this is not going very well. I should have ran around. So with bigger enemies like this, they all become like walking hitboxes whenever they like swing, swipe, or lunge. And so it's kind of like one of those things where you just got to be aware of it, you know? Okay, I'm all out of healing now. There we go. Okay, he's got about 40% left, I'd say. About 30 left. I'm not going to heal. Yep, okay. So, that was a pretty good first attempt considering I've not even tried that boss in a while. I did even have my weapon buffed. And, I'm not going to say I was necessarily, like quote unquote low on resources or anything. But, it would have been nice to have had the weapon buff. And I feel like I would have taken less damage if I had, uh, Great Magic Barrier on. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and get that buff up. That's fine. That's not fine. Yeah, he got me. So if I'd done like full preparation, like all the DLCs would have been way easier. Basically, originally I would have gone to, what was it, Undead Crypt, and I would have farmed the ghost guys that crawl out of the statues. I would have farmed those for, I think it's like a magic mirror or whatever. It's like a 95% magic defense small shield, and it goes to 100% if you infuse it with, I think, a magic stone. But yeah, that would have made it so much easier. I wouldn't have taken damage there, and I would have been able to take multiple extra fights, or not fights, but hits. He's running. That's yeah. Okay, that was a good hit. Wow. Okay. Mhm. I did not intend to do that. Okay. I intended to roll that. All of a sudden, I'm hitting way harder. My weapon at risk. Wow. Oh well, easy. I thought I just sold when my weapon broke, but it's not that bad. I probably should have thought about that a little bit better. Maybe if I did a little more damage with, maybe if I put Sunlight Blade on sooner. Maybe if I had Sacred Oath, maybe it wouldn't have gone and broke on me. But it's fine. It works, right? Anyway, so that being said, I do have a couple more things I need to do before I'm ready for the final DLC and the final boss. Let's see here. I want to go to Macduff. I could technically go to Lenigrast, but I feel like as soon as you unlock Macduff, he does everything Lenigrast does, but better and more of it. So I go to Macduff. Back, repair, nice back reinforce. Let's see here. No. Hmm. Majestic Greatsword is a pretty cool item, but I mean, that is a crazy amount of stuff you need. It's fairly light, And it is a pretty cool weapon, but it also leaves you extremely vulnerable. But cannot use bonfire. Okay, it's just because of that I thought I was being invaded again. There is no way. Alright, back to Majula. Went ahead and level up some if I can. Level up. And so I'm still uh, 8 levels under where I probably should be at this point. But I'm not really struggling. So far, I'm doing pretty good. I've got sitting on, 40 human effigies. I've got poison moss. I've got repair powders, 7 of them. I've got a bunch of unused pine resin. I've got a spare Estus Flask shard, even though I can't use it. I've got, silver talismans and loyal talismans, and just, I'm in a good spot right here. You know. All right. Let's see here. I do want to start from, I think I want to start from here because maybe I can go backwards in the opposite direction. Maybe I can open. Actually, I should probably go this way. Yeah. So I think talking to her, the storm outside subsides, and maybe I get like a key that melts the ice. I think. I'm just kind of bullshit, right? Yeah, she's not strong enough to help the king, but she can like open the way and make the chaos like stop and recede. And yeah, no, she's uh, she's not telling the full story. I don't think. So vessel shield. I don't know. I don't think I've ever necessarily messed around with that item, but maybe I could create like a build here. Let's see here. Whoops. Uh, I don't know. It's kind of vague with that description. Anyway, switch open. Nope. Okay, so I got a lot of running to do. A lot of running. should be fun because I've already done it, you know, at least once. But kind of a little sketchy. I have to go back and do it again. I'm not 100% sure if there's a better way to tackle this, so I'm just gonna run on through again. That's not the correct way to go, sir. There. Okay, so I need to go there somehow, some way. Because I seem to remember those pups were guarding something fairly important. And I also remember Sanic. There we go. I'm about to fight Sanic. Nice, nice. Right. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. That's just gonna skip past this too. Don't need to do all that now. After thinking about it for a moment, there's really nothing in it for me. Okay, Hexer Nikolai. Alright, so let's see here. There is, in fact, a bonfire somewhere. Not here. Just using that as a place to get out of the firing range. I believe this is it. Right here. Go ahead, like that. Yes, sir. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, that's about what I thought. Poor Hexer Nikolai. Didn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know.
Anyway, so now I think we go in here. I believe there's an NPC here that pretends to be friendly, but he's definitely not. Yeah, no. Give me that back. Go ahead and run, little bro. Oof. Well, that was your last mistake. Go ahead, poke me, bro. Yep. I am all kinds of congested today, but that's okay. Might as well drop down here. Silver cats. Reapply the king's ring. I think also take a where is it? Repair powder. There you go. Like I said, this is a pretty good weapon. It doesn't have any durability to it, which is a fairly common problem for most of the game, by the way, because I beat the non-friendly NPC. I don't have to fight him down here. which is obviously pretty good, right? So there is a covetous demon down here. We don't really need to fight him. I don't necessarily think he gives, anything at all. Just making sure. He's not really a threat to me, I don't think. Yeah, no, I'm out. I'm out of here. And so I think that if you go the wrong way down here, you could get cornered. I think it branches off a couple of times, but yeah. Though I think if I run this way, I open this door and this will function as a shortcut if I go down. Yes. Yeah, okay. So now if anything happens to me over here, I should be fine. At this point, keep running, keep dodging, keep going. Ouch. And down we go. Oh, up we go. Yeah, it's my bad. I could have sworn we went down, but maybe that's a different one. I think I've got to fight an NPC up here now. No. Okay, good. I was about to say, did I just aggro that, really? No, I did not. Oh, okay. 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 So, that's generally a pretty bad thing. I don't think I knocked the elevator back down when I went down. Uh, I was trying to parry the club. Didn't quite work out for me. It happens. And then we just drop off here and go right through here. And I believe that more or less puts us right back to where we were. I think we go left here. Yes. And so I may have to end up fighting several Sanics in the middle of, whoa, a room with very little space in order to recall this elevator here. I think that the giants are too big to get in, but the Sanics can, the Sanics do. Hopefully I can bait them down the hole. There we go. And so do not be like me and absolutely remember to send this back down before continuing on. Because if you done goof like I did, well, it's a little better off for it. I will go and pop a health gem real quick, life gem. Oh, now I can backstab. Okay. Another backstab. So remember, criticals don't really lower your durability too much. And there's proof. So wherever you can, make sure you backstab. Ouch. Yeah, so these guys do hurt quite a bit. You just saw I lost like 70% of my health there. and he only poked me a little bit. And that guy also hurts. So you kind of have to be careful here because the higher you go, the more of them show up, so you don't necessarily want to just run past everything. Because if you do that, you very easily could run into, ow, a problem where you just, okay. You could run into a problem where you just get overrun, and that's not a fun place to be in. If you've got like high firepower, like a like a +10 pyromancy flame, and a large number of AoE fire spells, or like a large area of effect fire spell, this goes a lot better for you, a lot easier. But also things like Fire Tempest and Firestorm, those kinds of things, those can be like very RNG heavy. Oh, yeah, yeah. The plus side is these guys actually got some pretty good armor on them. There. So I am playing a little on the reckless side, right? But I've almost got, the first night. I think there's 4 total, but I'm going to try to go for 3 of them. And you unlock his little cell here. He stands up, he bows for you, and then he feathers slash homewards out, and we'll see him in a bit. At this point, there's only one thing left to do, and it's kind of just for fun. But also, technically shortcut unlocked, right? Wait. So sometimes I think I just fall right through. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not entirely sure why, but that's also something we should keep an eye on. Eye on. We should keep an eye on, eye on. Okay. Right. Go there, go there. I want to say there's also like a thing up here, but out Chihuahua. Let's see here. Okay, I done made a little bit of a mistake. Okay, that's where one of the knights is, which means I need to go that way, which is okay, so I need to continue on further this way then. I'm really not interested in collecting, too much else at this point in time. I probably could have like aged Feather out and teleported to the bonfire over here, but I don't remember what this way is. What's this way? Old Bell. I swear that used to be like the DLC, right? Or the optional boss. Well, torch. All right. Easy. I mean, I did double roll, but you know, better than not. Right, let's see here. Back from that side. Okay. Ow. All right, so I do need to come back and go that way. Okay. I can go this way now. I'm so good at this game sometimes. Sometimes, right? Other times I'm a complete goofus, but oh no. Increase time plus 8. Ouch. I think I've got to go down here, but Elizabeth Mushroom, I believe that is a pretty good. Ah. I mean, I'm not upset about that, but you know, I think I would have preferred to have had gone the right way, you know? I think I should go down from here. Right. All right. I think I go across this way. Through here. I think this is where an NPC spawns. I could be wrong, but oh, this is the correct area. Castaway. Spellcaster. Ouch. Yep. That's the worst time possible for that. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna stop screwing around now. Easy. Golem Rampart armor. And for its weight, that armor is actually kind of dope. some really good armor. And so the reason I stop at 3 enemies or 3 Loist Knights is because I want the boss on a 1v1, and the number of knights you do that with is 3. So I've only unlocked to my second. I need to remember where the third one is. And that could take a while. I believe this actually takes me out to after Ava. Okay, so it takes me under where I got the key from. And I wanted to say the third one is around the third bonfire area, which theoretically, if I run this way, I should run into. Ah, okay, that makes a little bit too much sense sometimes, you know? I can tell you though. Wait, let's see here. Sometimes I think it's this way, but we just go a slightly different route. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Up, up instead of going left. I think we go Holy Knight Arheim. I feel like you should have invaded me long before now, but okay. Knight number 3, collected. Feel free to stand up and go away now, bruh. Gotcha. A Knight of Elium Lois seeks chaos. Okay, no, that is what's his name? The Royal Knight. I'm gonna have to go back and fight him later, I guess. Whoops. Give me that back. There. Good enough, I guess. Alright. So that is 3 of them. Went ahead, finish this off here. Nice. Moving on. Yeah, no, those guys are just walls. Like 3,000%, nothing but health. And you can do that too. I think that's where the Nil Greatsword is, but there we go. Yeah, I forgot to mention he does hurt quite a bit, but yikes. Easy. Just chew him up. All right, now we recall. Boy. Now we go straight here. And so at this point in time, I believe I've got everything set up to beat the final boss. I do not believe it will be easy. There's anything else I want to set up? I shouldn't need the feather anymore. Probably shouldn't need that. I will need repair powder, definitely. Repair powder. There we go. Okay. Yes. Okay, so because I've got 3 of the knights, I believe that all 3 of the portals should eventually seal up. And if that's the case, then I am 1v1 against the Ivory King. I just want to say this is one of the coolest lead ups to any boss ever. Alright. We the mob. I think maybe I got one too many. Yeah, I got one too many. That's my bad. Apparently you only need 2. So the strategy here is definitely take care of these guys first, because they pretty much prevent you from doing a whole bunch of like anything. Ouch. Ouch. So if you see running around with the fire glove, go on ahead and take care of him first. And yeah. Ouch. So one of my guys just closed this portal up, which means a little bit less, little uh, fewer enemies will spawn throughout the encounter now. Chug chug. I did not need to do 3 there, but okay. Ow. That one's about to run over and close one up. Bam, bam. There. Okay, that guy's on my side. Last guy. Yikes. Oop, oop. There we go. Alright. So that was a pretty beautiful first attempt so far. Like I said, I got one too many Ilium Loist Knights. I forgot that the game gives us a freebie, so that's my bad. Uh, Hopefully this is a one and done. And I can stop playing this game. It's not that I hate it, it's just I've played it a little too much, gotten a little too good at it, so it isn't very stimulating. Unless unless I do too much. Oh, he's going right for the homie. Oof. Yeah. Okay, I was expecting him to go for the friend still. Oh well. Okay, that attack is a little bit too delayed in some areas. Oh well. So now he becomes a lot quicker and a lot more powerful. Whenever he does that, just retreat momentarily. Woo! I'm gonna run out of magic before he does. Ow. Retreat, retreat. Go ahead, take the opportunity to heal. Ow. Again, the bigger the bigger the boss, the more crazy the hitbox is. Especially that. Yeah. But you know what? First attempt, I got him down. Probably good, 45%. I'm very happy with that. I need to maybe be a little more careful, but mm, quick sip of this sweet tea. And so this is crazy because I definitely struggled more with the Fire DLC, and it wasn't even necessarily that that was difficult or I didn't know where to go or what to do, but I believe the mistake was going from completing Shulva directly into the Fire DLC with, no break while tired, while slightly frustrated. I should have just called it a stream there, but you know. So same strategies. The first, go after the pyromancers first. Yeah, the pyromancers make it really difficult to just exist. Ow. Ouch. Ow. Oh, don't do that. Look, that counter strike. That's gonna hurt because it's a counter. There we go. Wow. All right. Might as well repair powder. Wish I knew how much health, bro here had, but guess I'm tank again. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to just sit back and fire arrows the entire time. Oh, he really does not like that attack. I have got his full attention when I do that. Wow. I didn't even get a warning. That's... Oh, there we go. I wish he'd let me buff up, but, really not gonna happen, I guess. Wow. Once again, got him to half, second try. So there's a level of consistency here that I'm relatively familiar with. The main thing is after he buffs up, he's pretty much too fast and too powerful to counter, right? And also, one of the very few downsides of this weapon is uh, you don't really have much control over where the roll attack goes. So realistically, this shouldn't be that much longer, though. Boy, right? So, ouchies. So it doesn't really seem to matter too much which order take the melee enemies down in, and it doesn't really seem to matter too much if you waste Estus, because around the time of the final boss, there's no margin for error anyway. There we go. Pop a repair powder. Voice armor. I'm gonna try to armor up. Maybe I can dampen damage. Why are there two here now? One of you should be shutting this portal down, please. Well, I'm not complaining. Really, I'm not, but if I'm starting this off with two, okay, I was about to say, ah, right. That's a crit. Oh, been goofed. Got caught on him. Easy. Got him. GG. Alright, yeah, no. I was not expecting that at all. A faint heat lingers from the ancient crown. Okay, so I got the ivory crown, which I'm assuming I can go talk to Vendrick now, maybe, I think. Or maybe Aldia appears inside of whatever it's called. The Throne of Want, right? My one wish. No regrets. Depths of the abyss, my father perished. The dark shattered into tiny pieces. Oops! Simply disappear. In fact, the incarnation of my father's fears. I saw the king of this land was strong. I sought him only to sustain myself, to smother my fears. Now I realize that he may have known all along. My lord provided comfort. I remain, heirs to my lord's wishes, watching over chaos of time. Followed by the chaos. Alright, so I got all 3 crowns. I think my favorite's got to be the Iron King crown. But, you know. Okay, so now I think we can go to Vendrick, even though that's technically the end of the game. Let's see here. It's going to be quite the long run up, but, you know. Oh, that's not Vendrick, that's the Aldia. Vendrick is right here, I believe. There we go. And so for those of you who don't know, after you complete the DLC and have the Ashen Mist Heart, you can actually visit Vendrick's dreams. And so that's kind of what I'm doing right here, is just going and seeing Vendrick's memory. Oh, I am over encumbered. GG. And I'm just sitting on a casual 200k souls, no big deal. I guess I could also fight Vendrick, but we'll see. It's not a particularly interesting fight, he's just got a ton of health. Anyway, Memory of the King. Over to the throne. I'm Vendrick, ruler of Dranglaic. Answers. I want to see if he gives you something. I think he gives you the king's armor, but whoops. Hmm. The Ashen Mist fade. Maybe I go back in a couple more times to see if he says anything else. Actually, I wonder. Let's see here. I don't know about that. Different crown on, maybe he says something else. I don't fully remember. Alright, Ivory King. Nope. Alright, let's see here. Okay, do I have the giant kinships? I think I've only got 2 of them. Yeah, I'm not doing all that now. It wouldn't take me very long to probably go and get all 3 of them. But also, it's just, I've played for quite a while at this point. I'm ready to be done with it. I've tested my strategy, my theory, you know. So far the strategy is foolproof, except for the mechanical side of it. And the mechanical side of it is 100% on me. Whoops. Dringlake Castle. Technically, everything works perfectly fine. Just the execution of it on my end was brutal. Whoops. There. So I remember Aldia being a bit of a stinky fight. So if I clicked all of the correct options, maybe, I'm going to tell you, oh, I don't think all these fires have ever been lit up for me before. Maybe I haven't beaten Aldia. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I have. I don't remember these fires being ignited, you know? And that seems like a giveaway gone wrong, you know? We will see. Is there anything here? Aldia? Bam. Bam. Nope. I don't know what else I've got to do to make Aldia spawn, you know? I mean, that's whatever. I think it's pretty much it. I mean, you know, the entire game is in ruins. I think I've got like 7 or 8 optional bosses, including uh, the king's pets, plural. I don't fully remember. Oh, actually, I do remember where to find that one. It's pretty much the same thing as uh, Ava the king's pet fight, but it's a little bit different. Let's see here. Where would I have to go for that? I would have to go, I think, here. Boy, okay. Go there. That tracking is insane. Oh, ow. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's locked. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Bam. Ugh. Bad enough I gotta fight him 20v1. Well, give me that back. I do not remember where to get the key for this. I really don't. But that's where you go once you find the key. There's probably like a key somewhere uh, in these towers over here. Oh, yeah, I think it's over by, what's it called? The Mimic Chest. Wow. Ugh, frustrating. Oh well. The key's probably somewhere in that room. I'm gonna go for just a little bit longer, just maybe I make it that far. And why not, right? At that point though, I've pretty much beaten the game. I've beaten every single DLC. Only thing left is an optional boss that is just a duplicate fight of a boss I've already beaten, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not really a good thing either. I mean, it is what it is, right? Ouch. Ouch. Oh, yeah. Oh, rip. So close. Oh well. Ah, yeah. Okay, I do have the dagger equipped. I just need to start mistreating enemies like that. Okay. So well. There. There. Okay. Pretty much needed the game here, but like I said, one of these is actually a mimic. So, that one's not. That one's not. I don't think that one is. Nope, nope, nope. There, okay. So the one on the end is a mimic. Catria armor. Every other chest here is safe. Titanite slab. Radiant life gem. I swear the key is here. Bonfire aesthetic. Nice. Bright bug. Okay, it is not here. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Bam. I pretty much have the entire Rampart set. It's kind of crazy. I've never really had the full set before, I don't think. Nope. Set, Rampart, Rampart. Okay. Whatever. When it stand up, yoink. Oh well. Nope, not that way. That's the way I went the wrong way the first time. I think it's this way now. Maybe it's up. Possibly. Hmm. Right. Oh well. Let's see here. 3140. There we go. Okay. Nope. I've got no idea where the key is, to be honest with you. Kind of wish that I did, but seems like it's in the wind at this point in time. I can't really go and get it, I don't think. Okay, that's not an NPC. Like, actually, there's no way, right? Ouch. You know, I'm kind of tempted to fight him, but also, I think it's funny to run too. Right, so this is where I fought for the second knight I found. I'm going ahead and crank that. You know what? I think this might actually be a pretty cool way to finish the series off. Just go on ahead. Whoops. Bear powder. Bear powder. Amber herb. Amber herb. Human effigy. Human effigy. Do I have... I don't think I've got a Sea of a Tree of Giants. Let's see here. Nope. Oh well. How long should I mess with him for? That, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need that. Silver Talisman. Oh, it's probably somewhere in here because... Whoops. Okay. Sir, what are you doing? I buffed the wrong weapon. Okay, well, that's fine. It kind of caught me in a bad spot there. I probably could have just fought him, but I wanted to bury him to death, and the Butcher's knife is probably one of the faster weapons in the game despite its size. So, anyway, that's good. That's pretty much going to be the stream. No, it did everything but like 5 or 6 optional bosses. You know, anyone can look at this guide and pretty much copy it and do exactly what I did. You know, all the important bosses down. You know, the DLCs beaten, that kind of thing. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for checking out my channel. Have a great day and peace.